Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina calls for changing mindset about women, saying violence against women cannot be prevented only by law. Corruption must be eradicated from society at any cost, says President Mohammad Abdul Hamid, asking ACC to perform its duties boldly. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina proves how government does not spare anybody for misbehavior, says Obaidul Qadir. Demand to withdraw case filed against indecent comments of BNP leader Alal proves that BNP encourages such comments, says Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Isolated island Bhola connected to national grid. At least 40,000 people to get electricity through submarine cable under river. Country reports another deathless day from coronavirus, daily infection rate 1.22%. And in Germany, record 527 died from coronavirus in a single day. In 10 months, global death toll crosses 7,500 in 24 hours. Assalamu alaikum, this is Faria Dilshad Moore welcoming you all to the news at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattagam Center. Those are just the highlights. Now let's move on to the news in details.
তোমাকে শ্রদ্ধা অর্জন করতে হবে। শ্রদ্ধা অর্জন করতে হলে তোমাকে শৃঙ্খলা শিখতে হবে। নিজকে সৎ হতে হবে। নিজকে দেশকে ভালোবাসতে হবে। মানুষকে ভালোবাসতে হবে এবং চরিত্র ঠিক রাখতে হবে। তা না হলে কোনো ভালো কাজ করা যায় না।
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina made a clarion call for changing mindset about change mentality can prevent violence against women rather than law. Came up with the call while addressing the Begum Rokeya Paduk 2021 distribution ceremony at Osmani Memorial Auditorium, joining virtually from Ganu Bhavan this morning. She said, it has to be believed that women are not only the subject of enjoyment, rather, everyone should treat them as fellow colleague and ally in the same journey.
ভেঙে একবার এগিয়ে যেতে পারলে আর কোনো বাধা আসবে না। আর আমাদের ইসলাম ধর্মে তো মেয়েদের অধিকার দেওয়াই আছে, সেখানেই তো সম অধিকারের কথা বলা আছে। কিন্তু তারপর আমাদের দেশে কিছু তো এই ধরনের বাধা আসবে, কিন্তু সেই বাধা আমাদের অতিক্রম করে এগিয়ে যেতে হবে। শুধু আইন করলে হবে না, এখানে মানসিকতাটাও বদলাতে হবে, চিন্তা চেতনায় পরিবর্তন আনতে হবে এবং বিশ্বাসটা হচ্ছে সবচেয়ে বড় জিনিস। এই বিশ্বাসটা করতে হবে যে নারীরা শুধু ভোগের বস্তু না, নারীরা সহযোদ্ধা, নারীরা সহযোগী, সহযাত্রায় চলতে হবে, সমান অধিকার দিতে হবে। এটা হলো বাস্তবতা।
With State Minister for Women and Children Affairs Fujilatun Nessa Indira in the chair, Secretary of the Ministry Muhammad Saidul Islam delivered the welcome address. Earlier, on behalf of the Prime Minister, the State Minister handed over the Paduk. The recipients are Professor Hasina Zakaria Bella for Women Education, Archana Bishwash for Women Rights, Shamsun Nahar Rahman Poran, posthumous for Socio-Economic Development of Women, Professor Dr. Zinat Huda for Women Revolution through Women Education, Literature and Culture, and Dr. Saria Sultana for Rural Development. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said her government would establish a sports education institute in each division aimed at facilitating the sportsmen of each game with proper training, as she believes that Bangladesh has the capability to compete on the stage of world standard sports. The Prime Minister said these while distributing trophies and prizes among runners-up and champions of the Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman National Gold Cup Football Tournament for boys under 17 and Bangomata Sheikh Fujilatunessa Mujib National Gold Cup Football Tournament for girls under 17 2021. Describing today's children as the future of tomorrow, the Prime Minister said that the government wants to develop them as worthy citizens as they could lead the nation with dignity. Sheikh Hasina asked the children to engage themselves in sports and culture and creative activities, saying that if the children remain busy with sports, they will stay away from maltreatment, drug taking and other bad habits.
আমাদের দেশের প্রত্যেকটা বিভাগে আমরা একটা করে ক্রীড়া শিক্ষা প্রতিষ্ঠান গড়ে তুলব, যাতে করে সেখানে সব ধরনের স্পোর্টসের ব্যাপারে একটা ভালো প্রশিক্ষণ নিতে পারে আমাদের ছেলে মেয়ে, সেই ব্যবস্থাটা আমরা করে দিচ্ছি। সবাইকে আমি বলবো যে তোমরা খুব মনোযোগ দিয়ে খেলাধুলা করবে, মনে রাখতে হবে যে ধীরে ধীরে তোমাদেরকে আন্তর্জাতিক পর্যায়ে যে প্রতিযোগিতা করতে হবে, সেই সময় বাংলাদেশের মুখ তোমরা উজ্জ্বল করবে, সেটা আমি আশা করি। আমাদের ছেলেমেয়েদেরকে যত বেশি আমরা খেলাধুলা সংস্কৃতি চর্চার মধ্যে সম্পৃক্ত রাখতে পারবো, তাহলে ছেলেমেয়েরা কোনো বিপথে যাবে না। কখনো মাদকাসক্ত হওয়া বা জঙ্গিবাদের সাথে সম্পৃক্ত হওয়া বা পড়াশোনা ছেড়ে দেওয়া সেগুলি করবে না।
Rangpur Division clinched the championship trophy, defeating Mymensingh Division by a single goal in the Bangomata Sheikh Fujilatunessa Mujib National Gold Cup football tournament for girls, while Sylhet Division has become champion, defeating Rajshahi Division in penalty shootouts. In Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman National Gold Cup football tournament for boys, on behalf of the Prime Minister, State Minister for Youth and Sports Mohammad Jahid Ahsan Russell handed over the trophies and prizes among the winners. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid has stressed on curbing corruption from the country and society at any cost. The President made the remarks at a discussion organized by the Anti-Corruption Commission on the occasion of International Anti-Corruption Day at Shilpakala Academy this afternoon. In his recorded speech, the President said corruption is the main obstacle to development. The President underscored the need for foregoing a universal resistance against corruption in establishing rule of law. He also asked all concerned to socially boycott the corruption and corrupt people. The President stressed on creating anti-corruption awareness among the people and ensuring exemplary punishment for the corrupt to curb the corruption. President Abdul Hamid asked the ACC to discharge duties with more neutrality and professionalism to bring the corrupt under the law, whatever the party of the corrupt, if they commits corruption.
দেশ ও সমাজ থেকে যে কোনো মূল্যে দুর্নীতি দূর করতে হবে। একজন দুর্নীতিবাজের পরিচয় শুধুই একজন দুর্নীতিবাজ। দুর্নীতিবাজ যে দলেরই হোক, দুর্নীতি করলে তাকে আইনের আওতায় আনতে হবে। আগামী দিনগুলোতে দুদককে দুর্নীতি দমনে আরো দৃঢ়তার সাথে দায়িত্ব পালন করতে হবে। দুর্নীতি বিরোধী অভিযান নিজের ঘর থেকে শুরু করতে হবে। দুর্নীতি ও দুর্নীতিবাজদের সামাজিকভাবে বয়কট করতে হবে।
Chief Justice Said Mahmood Hussain, Chairman of the Anti-Corruption Commission, Moinuddin Abdullah, ACC Commissioners Dr. Muhammad Muzammil Haq Khan, Muhammad Zuhurul Haq and ACC Secretary Dr. Muhammad Anwar Hussain Hauladar spoke at the function. Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhary said early marriage creates a risk to life and health of adolescent girls. She made the remarks while addressing at a workshop as chief guest joining virtual platform today. The workshop on girls' health protection and prevent of early marriage was held under SPCPD project in Kalihati Upazila of Tangal district. Lawmaker Muhammad Hassan Imam Khan presided over the program, while Secretary of Jatiyo সংসদ K.M. Abdus Salam moderated it. Chairman on Science and Technology Affairs Parliamentary Standing Committee Dr. A.F.M. Ruhul Haq, Parliament members Umme Kulsum Sriti, Shamim Haidar Patwari and Umme Fatima Najma Begum among others spoke. Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhary said lawmakers are playing a role to create awareness in the remote areas under SPCPD project. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina proved it time and again that nobody in the government or in the party showing incivility has ever been spared. Awami League General Secretary Obadul Qadir said this in a statement in Dhaka today. He said his party never supports anybody on doing anything contrary to civility and discipline irrespective of person concern's political stature. Countrymen have been shocked, surprised, angered, and ashamed by such endorsement of incivility by Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir, which has dashed political decorum to the ground, said the Awami League General Secretary. Despite the killing of father of the nation along with his family members and the grenade attack to kill Sheikh Hasina, the example of humanity and tolerance in politics set by the daughter of Bangabandhu is unprecedented in the contemporary world, said Obaidul Qadir, and urged accused BNP leader Muazzam Hossain Alal to unconditionally apologize to the nation for his indecent remarks. Obaidul Qadir warned if that is not done, Alal's indecent statement will be considered as that of BNP's party stand, and in such case, Awami League will face that politically. Information and Broadcasting Minister and Awami League Joint General Secretary Dr. Hassan Mahmud said the demand made by Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir to withdraw the lawsuit filed against Muazzam Hossain Alal for his indecent comments proves that the BNP indulges in such remarks. He was responding to journalists after the inaugural program marking the 42nd National Council of the Institution of Diploma Engineers Bangladesh IDEB at Kakrail in the capital today.
বিএনপি নেতা আলালের বিরুদ্ধে অশালীন এবং অশোভন বক্তব্য দেওয়ার কারণে যে মামলা হয়েছে সেই মামলা প্রত্যাহার করার দাবি জানানোর মধ্য দিয়ে মির্জা ফখরুল ইসলাম আলমগীর সাহেব প্রমাণ করেছেন যে তারা অশালীন অশোভন কথাবার্তা তাদের নেতাদের এটিকে প্রশ্রয় দেন। এটি প্রমাণিত হয় যে তাদের দলের নেতারা অশোভন অশালীন কথা যেগুলো বলছেন এগুলো তাদের ইন্ধনেই বলছে, সেগুলোকে তারা প্রশ্রয় দেয়। না হয় মির্জা ফখরুল ইসলাম আলমগীর সাহেব সেই দাবি করতে পারতেন না।
Dr. Hassan Mahmud says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina showed generosity to Khaleda Zia despite her cruelty to the Awami League chief. The BNP should be grateful to the Prime Minister for her unprecedented generosity to Khaleda Zia.
স্বামী জিয়া রহমান বাংলাদেশে যে নিষ্ঠুরতা দেখিয়েছে, বাংলাদেশের ইতিহাসের পাতায় সেগুলো কালিমা লেপন করেছে, সেগুলো কালো অধ্যায় হিসেবে লিপিবদ্ধ থাকবে। জিয়া রহমান বঙ্গবন্ধুর হত্যার মাধ্যমে বঙ্গবন্ধু হত্যাকাণ্ডের সাথে যুক্ত ছিল এবং হত্যাকারীদের তিনি পুনর্বাসন করেছিলেন। খালেদা জিয়াও বঙ্গবন্ধু হত্যাকারীদের পুনর্বাসন করেছিলেন। বঙ্গবন্ধুর এক হত্যাকারীকে 15 ফেব্রুয়ারি নির্বাচনের পর বিরোধী দলীয় নেতা বানিয়েছিলেন। জিয়া রহমান বঙ্গবন্ধুর হত্যার বিচার যাতে না হয় সেজন্য ইনডেমনিটি অধ্যাদেশকে আইনে রূপান্তর করেছিলেন। আর জিয়া রহমান যখন ক্ষমতায় ছিল শত শত হাজার হাজার সেনাবাহিনীর জওয়ান এবং অফিসারকে বিনা বিচারে মৃত্যুদণ্ড দিয়েছিলেন, হত্যা করেছিলেন এবং লক্ষ লক্ষ আওয়ামী লীগের নেতাকর্মীর উপর নির্যাতন চালিয়েছিলেন, হাজার হাজার আওয়ামী লীগের নেতা কর্মীকে হত্যা করেছিলেন। খালেদা জিয়াও কম যাননি। খালেদা জিয়ার সময়ে আমাদের নেত্রী জননেত্রী শেখ হাসিনাকে হত্যা করার উদ্দেশ্যে তার পুত্রের পরিচালনায় 21শে আগস্টের গ্রেনেড হামলা পরিচালনা করা হয় এবং আমাদের দলের হাজার হাজার নেতাকর্মীকে হত্যা করা হয়। তার নেতৃত্বেই বাংলাদেশে অগ্নিসন্ত্রাসের অগ্নিবোমার রাজনীতি করেছে। এরকম নিষ্ঠুর আচরণ বেগম খালেদা জিয়া করা সত্ত্বেও মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রী তার প্রতি যে সহানুভূতি দেখিয়েছেন, যে মহানুভবতা দেখিয়েছেন, দেখিয়ে যাচ্ছেন, সেটি বাংলাদেশের ইতিহাসে আগে কখনো ঘটেনি। বিএনপির এই জন্য কৃতজ্ঞ হওয়া প্রয়োজন।
Earlier, Information and Broadcasting Minister inaugurated the 42nd National Council of the IDEB. At that time, Dr. Hassan Mahmud says the role of engineers in building the country is infinite. IDEB President AKMA Hamid presided over the program. General Secretary of the organization Muhammad Shamsur Rahman also spoke. Bangladesh again logged 0 COVID-related deaths after nearly 3 weeks and 262 new infections today. Director General of Health Services DGHS in its routine daily statement today said the death toll has remained static at 28,016 from coronavirus and the tally of infections has risen to 15,78,550. The recovery count rose to 15,43,491 after another 287 patients recovered. The statement said 1.22% of 21,496 samples tested positive. DGHS statistics showed of the people infected from the beginning, 97.78% recovered and 1.77% died. And now moving on to international news. COVID-19 global death toll crosses 52,98,000 and over 26,82,83,000 people have been infected globally. Meanwhile, the US has now 5,04,22,000 confirmed cases and 8,14,000 deaths with new 1,324 deaths in a day. Russia has now over 99,25,000 confirmed cases and more than 2,86,000 deaths with new 1,187 deaths in a day. Social Democrat Olaf Scholz became Germany's Chancellor, ending 16 years of conservative rule under Angela Merkel and launching his three-way coalition that has pledged to boost green investment and strengthen European integration. Over the past 4 years, Scholz served as Vice-Chancellor and Finance Minister in coalition with Merkel, won a majority of 395 votes from lawmakers in the lower house of parliament, Bundestag. Scholz has become Germany's ninth Chancellor since the end of World War II. For 16 years, Chancellor Angela Merkel steered Germany through economic meltdowns, refugee crisis, and most recently, a pandemic. Now her leadership has come to an end. The World Food Programme WFP has suspended distribution of food aid in 2 northern Ethiopian towns after gunmen looted its warehouse. Looters from rebel Tigrayan forces held 8 staff at gunpoint in the town of Kombolcha, the United Nations said. They stole large quantities of essential food supplies, including some for malnourished children. Northern Ethiopia is facing mass starvation amid an ongoing civil war between Tigrayan and government forces. After more than a year of fighting, more than 9 million people are in need of critical food supplies, the UN says. Prime Minister's advisor for industry and investment, Salman F. Rahman, said, under the dynamic leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, the country has achieved massive development in all sectors, especially in public and private sectors. He was addressing a views-sharing meeting with the members of the District Chamber of Commerce and Industries and local businessmen titled Prospect of Industrialization in Mymensingh Region, Its Barriers and Remedies, held at Shohid Shahabuddin Auditorium in Mymensingh today. The meeting was addressed among others by State Minister for Public Works and Housing Sharif Ahmed, Mayor of Mymensingh City Corporation Ikramul Haq Titu, Member of Parliaments Anwarul Abedin Tuhin, Kazimuddin Ahmed, Fahmi Golandas Babel and Munira Sultana, President of District Awami League Advocate Johirul Haq and President of City Awami League Istashimul Alam. Members of District Chambers of Commerce and Industries, leaders of the different business organizations, officials of the district administration, local elite and journalists were present. Salman F. Rahman said the government has taken various programs including employment-generating ventures. The government is giving training to youths to create opportunities for employment, he added. And now news on sports. Bangladesh cricket team left Dhaka for New Zealand, where they will play a 2-match test series this January. The series is the part of the ICC World Test Championship, in which Bangladesh made a disastrous start by losing 2 tests against Pakistan at home. The Tigers started their journey to New Zealand last night by Emirates Airlines flight. Bangladesh had already named an 18-member squad for the series. Senior opener Tamim Iqbal missed the tour due to his injury, while ace all-rounder Saqib Al Hasan opted out. This was following a family emergency. The first test will start from the 1st January 2022 at Mount Mongani. The second test will start from the 9th January at Christchurch. And before in the news, headlines once again. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina calls for changing mindset about women, saying violence against women cannot be prevented only by law. Corruption must be eradicated from society at any cost, says President Mohammed Abdul Hamid, asking ACC to perform its duties boldly. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina proves her government does not spare anybody for misbehavior, says Obaidul Qadir. Demand to withdraw case filed against indecent comments of BNP leader Alal proves that BNP encourages such comments, says Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Isolated island Bhola connected to national grid, at least 40,000 people to get electricity through submarine cable under river. Country reports another deathless day from coronavirus, daily infection rate 1.22%. And in Germany, record 527 died from coronavirus in a single day in 10 months. Global death toll crosses 7,500 in 24 hours. And that's all from the news for the moment. Thank you so much for staying with us. Dear viewers, we request you all, please maintain proper health guidelines, wear a mask and stay safe from coronavirus. Khuda Hafiz.